candidates, and second batch is for online batches. And it's raining and the weather is very rough and the net is not being connected. I'm trying to connect but I can't. And even in case of reading test, I was trying several times last 1 hour, but I couldn't. And as you know, in my country, it's very easy situations for us. So in my online batch, I have got students, that name is already, I have written here, the online batch, my student's name is Mishu and Farhan Ahmedoni, Sujana, Rupon, and also I got some students, actually all of the students I can't recollect there, so I have to know their name. So one by one, how many students here? Mishu and Farhan Ahmedoni, are you here? And then Rowell, Rupon, Lyle, Sujana, and I have got Shanta. Then I have got another student, his name is Mr. Shojib Imtiaz here in this batch, Imtiaz. And I think Mainuddin. And last time I don't know actually. And here I have got 10 students of that batch. And my candidate batch also here. So guys, unfortunately I can't continue my reading class today with you. But tomorrow inshallah I will do that. And I will do that at night, because at night there is no reflections and even everything is getting clear. So everything gets clear because whenever in day I try to conduct the class, that time my laptop reflects with the sun rays. So that's why I made a plan that, and today also I tried, but whenever I found that it was disturbing, that time I stopped. So yesterday I was telling you that today I will conduct my class of speaking test and the Q card is a part 2, because I will try to my level best. If Allah want, inshallah, I will conduct my speaking test not only for a candidate battle, but also my regular batch students, and conduct the students of Beware Computers, IELTS regular batch and IELTS candidate batch. So there I told you the part 2. What is part 2 actually? And part 2 is a speaking test. It consists of 3 parts, and the part 1, part 2, and part 3. And in 3 parts you have to fight with this interviewer, and in 3 parts you have to speak a lot. And the part 1 is that called, the first one you have to introduce, and then you have to answer some questions based on topics, and the questions might be types in different ways. It might be WH questions, it might be yes/no questions, and it might be also present tense, past tense, or future tense. You have to follow that. And each answers, I think each question's answers should be 3 sentences. And if you speak is short, and if you're asked that what's your name, if you say my name is Aman Mishu Khan, so it's not enough. Yes, I'm Aman Mishu Khan. Yes, I am. It's according to you, it's enough. It's not enough. And if you say my name is Aman Mishu Khan, my nickname is Mishu, my full name is Aman, like this. Never do that, guys. And actually, when you are asked name, just speak your name, answer your name according to your passport. In passport, what name is written, just go with that. And again, if you are the what's your name, my name is Sujana Pradhan, it's okay, it's enough. I'm Sujana Pradhan, it's so enough. So if you say I am Sujana Pradhan, my family calls me Sujana, my friends calls me Pradhan, it will be very tough for you to for English speaking also. So interviewer will be feeling bored with you. They will actually feel scared such type of answers. So name should be according to your passport, right? And then yours that way of what you from. So you should say I'm from Kumilla, I'm from Dhaka, I'm from Tsulait. And this is how this part of Bangladesh basically it's situated between two major cities between Dhaka and Chittagong. Let's the locations. 3 sentences you have to finish the answer. And you will be asked what you're doing now. Are you a student or doing any job or involved in any job? And service holder is very backdated word. Never say service holder. Service holder, totally forget this word, please guys. So you should say I am a student or I am an employee. Never say I am service holder. It's very I don't say that it's a backdated already, I have told. So, and I'm a student or employee, anyone you can speak. And then, after that, you have to say what's your work. So say that I'm a student, I'm studying in honors second year or graduation third year, graduation second year, and I'm studying engineering. My college name is, my university name is, like that you have to say. Okay. So then you will be asked questions that based on some topics on the part 1 already I have told you and I have given you. And today I'm going to give you some screenshots in part 1, which is very important for you. The screenshots will be going on your part 2 and answers also in my page. Today you are going to get it. So okay guys, and the part 1 like this. One screenshot I'm going to give you the part 1. Just see. The A is part 1 and what you have to go in. The part 1, just see the screenshot you are getting within 2 minutes. Within 2 minutes, just wait 2 minutes, and then I will work with you a lot and I can give you some things. And the whole test I'm going to revise today, and then I'm also written something part 2, and then I'm going to give you a lot of things about this because before it, I'm going to conduct a speaking test, and from where I will conduct, I will let you know, guys. So I'm going to have the books, and then I will let you know something what to do. Not clear, right? Okay. In messenger groups, I have given the test which I'm going to conduct with you. It's a Cambridge 13 books and test 2. So guys, you know that, and then the topic is that you will be asked. First you will be asked your name, first your form, and about occupations, and after occupations, and then interviewer will ask you about your identifications. I think it's a passport. After that, any topic should be started with you, and the topic is like that. Already I have given in messengers. You can find there after my test. The topic is the television programs. And the topic is the what do you usually watch TV program shows. So what do you usually TV program shows? You can say that what do you already. I think I do that right on the last class. I think it's not necessary. I would like to go another one. Sorry guys. Already the last night is this one. Sorry. I'm going to go another one which I'm doing, and guys, your speaking test might be before Eid, right? And it might be if it is Saturday, your speaking test might be on Friday. One by one, I will conduct my speaking test, and because I will remaining free at that time. Okay, it's a Gladstone. Okay, give me this. Okay, students. The question is that the topic is the A's. Are you happy to be the A's you are now? You should say yes. I'm happy in this is because in this is I'm a student or I'm an employee. I'm earning money and I have completed my studies under the difficult time I passed in my life. But now I am very happy with the days. There in these days I don't have any study and just I'm earning just money and money comes to me easily. So that's why I'm very happy with the days. And when you were a child, did you think a lot about your future? And when I was a child, I had a lot of thought about my future. I had a lot of dreams about the future. You know, every child always has dreams. And in case of me, I was not different from others. And I had also dream, and I was also always dreaming a lot of things. Sometimes I would wanted to be a doctor, sometimes I wanted to be an engineer, sometimes I wanted to be a pilot. But when I completed my secondary schools, at that time my plan was going to be changed. But as a child, and when I was a child, I used to dream, and I used to think about my future. Do you think you have changed as you have got older? Yes, I do. There are lots of changes inside me, and what I'm feeling. And when I was a child, that time I was very crazy, and I couldn't get anything easily. I couldn't sustain anything, and also I always used to do a lot of works, and even I used a lot of works about my study plan, and even I used to play. And whenever I lost that time, I used to quarrel with my friends and playmates, and they used to and I was totally rude with my classmates and friends. And even I was very naughty. I couldn't match with anyone, and I also used to go anywhere without study. And whenever my tutor used to come, that time I always tried to flee from that place, and so that my teachers couldn't find me. So I used to do a lot of activities which was not good for me, for my future. But now when I got older, that time my character had been changed a bit, and not a lot, because that time I got to know about my futures, and I have to be something, and I have to do something about my family, about my society, and for my country even. So, and from my family members and from my society, I got a lot of learnings, and they also my society taught me a lot. And without educated person, without having a good career, a person cannot be dignified in society. So that's why my mind had been changed since my childhood. And what will be different about your life in the future? So WH questions. Actually, in my future, there will be a lot of difference I will find. I find that now I am on the middle age, and I am also working with my students and with my personal business, and I am doing a lot of things. But sometimes I fail, sometimes I win. So, but in future, I think after I will win, inshallah, and I will whenever I will get older, my working pressure will be lessened, and I will get free, and that time I will lead a lot of companies, and I will work with some family works and with other works, and might be with some productive works, so which older people do, and I will be busy with that. And even in future, I would like to teach also some students, those who are ignored and neglected, and even I would like to do something with my religion, and even religion and research there. So such activities I have a plan to do. So okay guys, and then the part 2 Q card, what do I have to do and how we will answer with that. Describe a time when you started using a new technological device, and what device you started using when you started using this device, and how easy or difficult it was to use, and explain how helpful this device was to you. Are you seeing that, guys, the device and that? And are you seeing? I think you don't see. And the brainstorming, we are giving 1 minute, and I'm going to the brainstorm. The device, I can write the laptops, and I started using after when I was in graduations. In my case, I started graduations, and I started since I'm a student science background. I need docs, programming codes there. And it's my in which topics and which way I can speak a lot. In this topic I should choose, and how easy or difficult it was. It was very easy for me, and explanations. Okay, so guys, see the cue cards and from boards, and then I'm going to describe. And are you seeing that? Just I'm going to show you just a bit. You just see the board, the cue card which I have written for you. You have just 1 minute to see the boards, and that you can find something. And here it's written, describe a time when you started using new technological device. It's a maybe computer or phone. Already they have given an example for you. and bullet points, what device you started and why you started and how easy or difficult it was to use, and explain how helpful this device was to you. And 4 bullet points you have, and out of 4 bullet points you have to speak a lot with that, guys. So I think 1 minute is finished, so I can start my here. So guys, first one is the bullet points. I have to answer all of the bullet points in 3 sentences. So just follow me how to answer this. Thank you. I've been given opportunity to something to talk about a time when I started using a new technological device. Actually, in my life, I used a lot of devices, and among them, one of the device was very important for me. It was in my study life. That device was a laptop, and I bought it for my study and for my subject. And I had some subject which were compulsory, and it was based on computers, and that's why it was required to buy. But I had a plan to buy a desktop with high configurations. But my friends and my teachers told me to buy laptops because I have to carry and I have to go with it in my college. So that's why I had to buy laptops. And I started using this device because in mathematics programs, and since I'm a student of mathematics, and at that time I had a lot of programs there, and the program was numeric, the program was Mathematica 5, the program was, and also the subject operation research, and that subject was totally based on computers programming. If I couldn't do any maths and I couldn't use any programmings, and I would lose my marks. That's why I was required to buy it, and I was working with that, and I was just I was installing some softwares, and with the softwares I used to use some codings, and with that codings I got my results. I used to input something, and then I got my output according to, and output was there resulting like this in the book. But whenever I gave input, I didn't find my result 1 times, 2 times, or 3 times. But after 4 or 5 times, then I got my output like this answer. So that time I was working a lot with that laptop, with the device. So that's why it was very important for me to buy it. And it was very difficult to use because programming is very tough for students. It's one kind of language, computer language for. And the students, at the initial time, it was very tough for me to learn about the language of computer, and I couldn't get anything easily, and it was very tough to memorize the programming language. So, but by doing, I could learn something about this. So, whenever I just learned a lot of some programming language, and whenever I was used to getting outputs, that time I found it easy. But before that, it seemed to me difficult. And my explanation is great about this because it's a very helpful device for me, and it's a very useful device for me. And students of science background, in case of physics and computer science and technological IT and mathematics programs, they must have a computers. And now not only science background but also a commerce background and another background students, that they need to have also computers, because there are lots of documents they have to need, and they can carry a lot of books. In a computer you can save whole of the library. So I think in that case all of the students need to have a laptops or device to use. So by this way I would like to use my PC and use my computer for my personal use, and even not only for me but also for all of the students, and it's a technological era. Students are used to using this, and students are depending on that device. So I think there is no questions of using computers or laptops. That's all. So guys, I have completed part 2. So I will be given 2 minutes to describe. But today I described more than 2 or 3 minutes because I couldn't finish at a time. But whenever you speaking level, whenever your answer is tolerable to listen and logical to listen, definitely interviewer will listen to you. If it's not logical, interviewer will stop you to speak. right? So that's why, and your speaking should be like this according to your questions, okay? So now I'm going to part 3. Already I'm going to tell you the part 3. What's the best age for children to start computer lessons? I think the best age for children to start computer lessons is 6 or 7 years old. I don't think so. It's 12 between 12 and 15. Within that age, children should learn computer lessons, because from that time they can learn some paintings, they can learn some working with keyboards, they can learn some also writing context. By this way they can learn some things, and they can learn some PowerPoint presentations. So they can start learning like this, and that is they can learn this, and it's appropriate for them to learn. So do you think the school should use more technology to help children learn? Yes, I don't think so. For children, school should use more technology, but it's in case of necessity and in case of studying purpose, and which are required to learn, such schools and such studies school should teach them. And if school always use a focus on technological, I think the children's mind should be diverted, might be diverted, and they can be addicted to using technological device, and they will ignore their own studies. So I think which is prepared for them, which they can apply. So we have to give importance our academic studies to, and technological studies. I think it might be 20 or 30%, not more than. But whenever they will complete their higher secondary level, and that time they can focus on that, because that time they can get their lessons. But according to their subjects, their school should teach. But in college and university also, students are learning according to their subjects, not more than. So do you think the school should, do you agree, disagree that computer will replace teachers one day? Actually, the question comes, and in course of times, I think that robot teachers will be replaced in the class for students. But I don't agree with that. Actually, robotic teachers will be working with some softwares and some programs, and even it will be run by human, and without humans command, the robot can't work. So even whenever a robot teachers will be in the class, that time robot teachers will be answering according to softwares and programs, but according to students' answers, robot teachers contact and human contact, because human can get the psychology of students, robot can get the psychology of students. A class consists of 10 or 20 or 30 students. So 30 students have a 30 common psychologists. You have not 30 have not common psychologists. The psychology might be different, but in that case, robot teachers contact with their students. Only human teachers can. But in future, robot teachers can be used in class, but I think it would be fruitful. In my case, human teachers will be fruitful for that. And scientists are trying to do that, but I think it's won't be a betterment for the students. That's all, guys. So by this way, you have to go with that speaking part 1, part 2, part 3. So I would like to just tell you, my students or candidates, that before the one speaking test, please give me. And I had been sick a long time, and I couldn't be touched with you. I couldn't get in touch with my students and with my candidates too. And exam is going on. Exam will be going on, inshallah, from August, end of the August, and we hope so, inshallah, there will be exam of IELTS 29, and we have a rest of 5 exams in Kumilla city, and we are going to conduct very soon, and we are trying to conduct with that exams. And my students, and it's not necessary to be excited to participate exams as early as possible, because you have a lot of time. So already I told you yesterday that all embassy has been closed, now have been closed. So before January, you can't go to the embassy. So that's why you have a lot of time, and you can use the time, you can utilize the time for study, and you can also go for exam October, November, December. So with that exams done, when before embassy, and if you have a certificate, it will be enough for you. So my target is to get a 7.5 or 8 on the speaking test, and I will make you my level best. And your speaking, I'm going to give you this, and today you will get some keywords answers in my personal page, A B with Shima. There I will give some answers, and some students say it's very tough to read, but I don't think so. If you are used to reading that sentence making, I think you will be used to speak with like that. So guys, inshallah I will meet you very soon tomorrow, inshallah, with reading test and reading headings. Already I have given you the sequence and how to continue my reading and reading class. I will, how many sessions I will take, I won't tell you, because it depends on my students' feedback. If I tell you that I will conduct 10 class, I will conduct 8 class, I will conduct 15 class, but in 15 class, if I don't get my feedback in my students, class might be increased. But my plan is to conduct reading class from yesterday. 15 reading class I will conduct with you. So if you are not able to get with a 15 class, definitely the class might be increased. It might be 18 or 20, and then I will take you in time framing exams, and which is very important for you to get. So students, our admin from office, they will contact with you, and when I am going to conduct a speaking test, and tomorrow I will conduct a reading test, reading class, but speaking test I will conduct part 1 or part 2 only. For candidate, I will conduct part 1, part 2, part 3 individually in messenger, and only part 1, part 2 will be for regular batch students. So our admin will let you know your time and your schedules and when you are going to speak, and you can contact with them. Tomorrow it's a Monday today, so I think inshallah from Wednesday evening I'm going to conduct my speaking test with my students, because I have a lot of students, more than 70 plus students. So 70 plus or more than 70 students, so it's very, very tough, and every day I have to conduct 25 speaking tests. So within 3 days I have to complete my speaking test. First I will conduct the speaking test of regular batch, then I will go for candidate batch, because candidate, you never think that you are very free now. Never think. Exam is coming, and after Eid festivals, and our admin will contact with you. All of the students will be called for class offline if it's possible, if we make a social distance. If COVID-19 is COVID-19, if COVID-19 is I think overcome a bit, definitely inshallah we'll go for offline class. But now IELTS exam is going to be held, August 29, inshallah. So before that I will try to my level best to take you, and from August to December IELTS exam will be held. So it's not necessary to be excited I have to go for August 29. You have a lot of times, because embassy is closed now, so you can prepare exam for late, and you can get a good marks also, and this time is very prepared for you to study a lot, and inshallah I am with you, and I will try to my level best to give you at least 1 day or 2 days in a week in offline time, and with the 2 or 3 students, and with the social. So online students, you are highly requested from me that candidates and online regular batch, please study well. Exam is going to be started from August. Candidates, and it's not necessary to go for August if you are not well prepared. You can go for September, October, and those who have good preparations about on August, definitely they can go for August. And already I have some students, they are also continuing their studies, and they always contact with me over phone. They are studying like that, and I also suggest them to study like this way. But some students are not being touched with me because they are busy. I think after Eid I will contact with them, and I also want to bring them in my pace, and in my already they are with me, but due to lack of contact they are not with me now. So I think inshallah that just last time after my sickness, after whenever when they don't know about my that I'm going to they don't know when I got when I got better. So now I got better. I have got better, and now I'm trying to my level best to give you good things and to give you good ways to get right IELTS in 7, at least 7, and without getting 7s you can do anything, and 6 is not enough score, right? It's totally boring scores, right? So try to get 7 is very easy to get, and I will help you how to get, and even in which way. So inshallah I will be with you tomorrow, and your speaking test will be held from Wednesday. So students, আমি বুধবার থেকে আপনাদের স্পিকিং টেস্ট নিচ্ছি। আজকে মানডে, কালকে আমি রিডিং নিব, বুধবার এবং স্পিকিংটাও বুঝিয়ে দেবো। বুধবার থেকে সবার বিকাল থেকে সবার স্পিকিংটা শুরু হয়ে যাবে। বুধবার সকালে আমি স্পিকিং ক্লাস নিব, নিয়ে বিকাল থেকে ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি আমি মেসেঞ্জারে সবার স্পিকিং টেস্ট নেওয়া শুরু করব। সো এটা হোক ক্যান্ডিডেট হোক রেগুলার ব্যাচ, সবাইকে অ্যাডমিন কল করবে, কল করে সবার সাথে কনভিনিয়েন্ট টাইম নিয়ে আমি সবার সাথে ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি কাউকে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে নেব, কাউকে মেসেঞ্জারে নেব, ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালি কেউ কারোটা শুনবে না, জাস্ট আমি শুনে আমি রেডি করবো। তো তার আগে আমি রিকোয়েস্ট করছি সবাইকে সিস্টেম অনুযায়ী সবাই একটু পড়াশোনা করেন, আর আমি পার্সোনাল কোচিং যেটা দিয়ে শেষ করেন। আর কিউ কার্ড আজকে আমার পেজে কিছু যাচ্ছে, 4-3-4টা আমি দিয়ে দিচ্ছি, এগুলো একটু প্র্যাকটিস করে দেখেন। পার্ট 2 পার্ট 3টা আর পার্ট 1 পার্সোনাল কোচিংটা আপাতত পড়েন, এর মধ্যে ইনশাল্লাহ আশা করি সবার কমন করবে। সো ইনশাল্লাহ স্টুডেন্টস, আই উইল মিট ইউ tomorrow inshallah.